We all know that Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, but we know very little about his life before his famous transatlantic voyage.
He was born in 1451 in Genoa, Italy.
His family was Christian, and he depended a lot on religion throughout his life. He believed that God had singled him out for his voyages of discovery.
Christopher Columbus's sailing career started when he worked for the Portuguese merchant marine. He would travel from port to port carrying goods and doing jobs for other wealthy merchants.
In 1476, him and his brother were employed as chart makers in Lisbon, Portugal, and became sea entrepreneurs.
A few years later, after marrying and having a son, he started making trading voyages across the Gold Coast of West Africa. By doing so, he learned a lot about the Atlantic wind systems. Soon his wife died, and he had a second son with another woman.
From reading often, he became convinced that the world is round and not flat. He figured that Asia was about 8,000 kilometers west of Spain, but he didn't know about the Americas.
He wanted to charter a ship to Asia via the Atlantic to start a new, easier trade route. He thought it would be a lot faster to go across the ocean to Asia than to go by land. Little did he know that it would be impossible because of two massive continents in his way.
Columbus knew this would be hard though without financial aid,
He asked the King of Portugal for money.
and got turned down,
He asked the King of England for money.
and got turned down,
He asked the King of Spain for money.
and got turned down again.
He asked again.
Nope.
He asked one more time.
And finally, after 8 years, he got royal support.
He was granted 3 ships to take to Asia: the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Santa Clara.
Spain patronized Columbus for many reasons.
Christian missionary and Islamic hatred,
The fear of Portugal,
the lust for gold,
the desire for adventure,
Europe's need for a reliable supply of herbs and spices for cooking, preserving, and medicine.
in the final agreement, Columbus had the right to 10% of the final profit.
On August 3rd, 1492, Christopher Columbus set sail for Asia, but as you know, he ran into the Americans and never discovered the New World, changing history forever.
Thank you.